everybody. It's a battle of streaming with Wonder Man, Bridgerton, and Starfleet Academy. Let's go.
You got this, man. You just gotta go out there and crush it. Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy. Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
This is Simon Williams, an actor. I think he's super powered and incredibly dangerous. I just need some proof.
No, he was not glowing.
They can't find out about my secret.
Our lips are sealed.
Hey, everybody. It's Pajama Life, and we're discussing It's Here, finally, Wonder Man, with these two guys, David and Patrick. Say hi.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
All right. Okay, since Pat, I think you know some of the comic stuff. Can you talk about what you thought about Wonder Man?
Well, they didn't get into the origin story really at all,
Okay.
which was interesting. I mean, there's a lot of room to go. I mean, you really don't find about some of the superpowers till almost the end of the series. It had a real WandaVision feel. I mean, the whole thing did to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
How do you think about that?
It wasn't typical not Marvel fare, which was good. I like that. Simon Williams, they got the costume right at the end. I was pretty happy about that. It was comic accurate. They have him on the West Coast, which makes sense if they ever want to do what has been hinted at for a while, a West Coast Avengers, because there was an actual West Coast Avengers, and he was part of the West Coast Avengers with Hawkeye and
okay,
a couple other characters.
Good to know.
Spoil it in case they show up, but so you
heard it here first.
or you read the comic book maybe, but it's I thought it was really well done. As far as, I mean, it really was a lot more character driven than any most Marvel projects are. I mean, they've had some good ones, they've had some hits and misses, but I mean, trying something a little different. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised because talk about it earlier and the release of all 8 episodes had me really worried, and I didn't want them to just dump it and not really have something that was a good product that could also hurt Marvel television. But this is a very interesting metaphor for I guess it's not really a metaphor, but talking about the actor's life and being an artist and an actor, and then the behind the scenes kind of everything that goes into being an actor. And I thought that was really interesting, and I kind of felt like they didn't even need to have the superhero aspect to it. It could have stood on its own as a series about actors, kind of. I think if the studio hadn't come around first, this probably would have gotten a lot more attention prior to it being released than what it did. It really didn't get a lot of promotion from Marvel. And that is starting to irritate me, that these products with Black leads are not getting the promotion that the other series have received. And I'm kind of concerned about that with Marvel, and I'm disappointed in it, because this is something, I think if you don't like people talking about the craft of acting, you might not enjoy this. But because there's also not enough superhero stuff for those who just came for the superhero stuff. But I was pleasantly surprised at how grounded it was, and how it was also kind of a parallel about being LGBTQ. I felt like there are a lot of metaphors going around, and really interesting and something really different from Marvel. I hope they have. This is such a relief from She-Hulk that they redeemed themselves. David, what'd you think?
Well, and I came into this with no real understanding of Wonder Man. Not even real big
Me
fan
too.
of bread, to be honest, as a sandwich loaf. I'm more of a Pepperidge Farm kind of guy. But this was, I think, really well done in terms of the actors. I so liked what we got from Ben Kingsley. I so liked what we got from the lead. They had great chemistry together. I thought it was a fantastic piece on that. What you mentioned something though, and it's a consistent pet peeve of mine. I don't care to see what happens behind the curtain.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I don't. It doesn't
Okay.
matter to me about executive producers and the writers and where's my motivation for this scene. Although it was kind of nice to see a little bit of Pretty Woman in there. That good
that
use
was funny.
but good use of like the black and white with Josh Gad in there.
Oh
And
yeah.
the middle things. I actually really did enjoy it because the talent on the screen, the characters were characters that I had an interest in.
Yeah.
And I liked them.
Yeah.
And so it was no comparison in my mind to She-Hulk in that breaking the fourth wall of that stuff. They took themselves far more seriously in a more thoughtful way. And I think it was really well done. But I don't care about what happens behind. I don't care that you're a hitman that wants to turn into an actor like that show that was on HBO. I don't care about the documentaries. I want an escapism show. I want some. If I want true, I got my true crime, where I'm working, helping me figure out all the alibis that I'm going to need down the road. Just kidding. But this was smart. It was creative, and I got to tell you, Ben Kingsley kind of even redeemed himself a bit because I found the whole Mandarin aspect of Iron Man 3 to be kind of weak because he was an actor playing it. I hated that. So I really like to see him really, man won an Oscar, and you can tell why when you see this show. But big thumbs up for this production. Wonder Man, I'll say it, was wonderful.
Yeah, and they had some funny little Easter eggs in there too.
They did.
That, was really a nice nod. Pat, did you have anything more to add? I'm sorry.
Well, my internet's been kind of spotty. I did enjoy the Josh Gad bit and the doorman ding dong.
Oh yeah, ding dong.
Ding dong. That was so dumb.
It was perfectly done. I mean, it was just the right amount of dumb. Well, I'm thinking that the Trevor character is now the new Agent Coulson. I mean, he was also in Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi,
Yes. I mean, he's kind of working his way through all the stuff, here and just making it into it. So it's really fun. I mean, it's fun seeing and he is working with like total unknowns. Everybody in that show really was, except for Josh Gad, was not a big name. I mean, they're just they've had bit parts here and there. If you look through their IMDb stuff, just here and there, just no big talent like Oscar winners. And this guy's, man, he won the Oscar back in the 80s. I mean, he's
Gandhi
doing it.
Yeah. So
very super good seeing him with helping some of the younger crowd out, and just doesn't take himself too serious, and I like that a lot.
And of course, it was so political where he didn't get one for Prince of Persia, which
that
was just a crime.
Yeah,
deep cut, people, deep cut.
That was so deep.
All right. Well, we all agree. Definitely go and check out Wonder Man on Disney Plus and Hulu. It's here, gentle readers, and they are back with Benedict's story and Sophie with Bridgerton Season 4. Let's take a peek.
You must begin the proper way.
Dearest gentle reader,
I am charting a more venturesome course.
you're a rake.
Can you imagine how beautiful a ball would be?
How horrible it is to be on one's feet all night.
They will attend the ball tonight, and they will not appreciate any of it.
You could go tonight.
We would need to find me a good costume. I need to be well disguised.
Just be out by midnight.
I cannot dance.
A lady who cannot dance.
With a little imagination, the impossible seems possible.
Life is meant to be lived.
This is your chance. Tell him who you are.
Okay, I gotta go first. So,
All right.
yes, I loved it. But it's a concern of mine. Why you got this DL dude as a lead character? I'm concerned. I was like, wait a minute. Is he gonna be with her or he gonna be with a dude? And I just, I like my romance to be simple. I'll put it that way. So what he gonna do? Be sneaking around with other dudes and being with her? I hope not. I hope not. That's not the case. Okay, that's my one pet peeve. Okay, now it was beautiful. The costumes this year are just gorgeous and amazing. The wigs are sublime. And I was kind of like, is this a for real Cinderella story? It really is. I mean, they had everything but the little mice and the pumpkin carriage and what. But that is a very classic story. And also, it's something that would happen. I mean, maids did get, sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes a servant became somebody the person fell in love with and married. That's the good part of it. The other part is, people were very much taken advantage of in these households. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on all the good couples, because my favorite couple is the mother. That was a great love story couple. So I'm hoping that we see more of that. Sophie and Benedict at the end, I don't want to spoil it because it just came out yesterday, but it was some bull beep. I mean, for that time, I understand, but I was like, you trash. So, hopefully, this book I read a long time ago, so I don't really remember it. But Julia Quinn does an amazing job, and there really are 8 books for each of the kids, and that actually there might be more because I think they might tell the mother story. So definitely, it is. There's a reason why it's number 1. The writing is on point. The direction's on point. Everything is on point. David, what'd you think?
Well, I'm so ready to not be watching this show. I'm tired of it. And I am tired of it.
Are you kidding? You love this stuff. What happened?
Love the costumes.
Oh my God, you love the other ones.
I was like, okay, I like the fact that the Queen was getting her live reading. What's that?
Just coming over to the dark side. Thanks
You
a lot.
be quiet.
We got sandwiches.
I am so tired. I am so tired of.
So
because it's like it's always the same thing. It's just, and then there's some confusion, and and very honestly, when I prefer my masquerade balls to be just like Eyes Wide Shut, which also was a complete ripoff.
What? You want some freaky sex stuff in there?
My complete ripoff from My Bar Mitzvah, that camera angle, shot for shot. My gosh, You know,
Ooh,
so
David, hidden depths to you. My God, what is going on?
so I'm just, you know, but no, I mean, yeah, it's like the Cinderella. That was good. I think the costumes are wonderful in that aspect. I do like the Queen, but man, I'm dragging the first season, the second season, last season even, because I really did like the
last
lead.
season wasn't. No,
But I like
the
the
second
lead. It was the
season
gossip,
wasn't
you know, the
best.
gossip girl getting her guy and all. But man, I'm just like, all right, how many? We're gonna recycle this. And the cool guy, the breakout guy from the first season, he ain't back, right? I mean,
No. I mean, and he's a fool because he left to do what? You ain't seen him in nothing good. So
he's been some very small roles since then. I'm sorry.
yeah, he
Of
left
course,
this
he was in
huge
Dungeons and
franchise.
Dragons and has his own action figure now. But nonetheless,
I mean,
but yeah.
I'm disappointed in David's review.
Oh no,
Matt didn't watch it, so you two get a thumbs down.
Hey,
And Bridgerton gets a thumbs up, baby. Definitely.
Dave,
go
I
and watch.
guess I won because I didn't waste how many hours? I guess I
We
won.
didn't waste anything. Good. All right. Forget y'all. Next up is we're doing it weekly is Starfleet Academy. Another show with good costumes. Let's take a look.
Father, I could learn valuable skills at Starfleet Academy. Federation technology would not have saved your brother.
How many Klingons are left in the quadrants, Jaden?
Enough to know that each Klingon matters. Battle is the language we use to honor each other.
Incoming fire from the Klingons.
Papa!
Okay. So y'all know I'm a huge Trekkie.
Yeah.
So let me start off with a problem. A problem is, why do the Klingons keep changing? This is ridiculous. Their whole like figures and stuff keep changing. I don't like that. Now, this was probably the best episode they've had. So we're seeing an upward trend of episodes.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. And I'm hoping that they keep on this upper trajectory of storytelling. I thought it was an interesting take on Klingons. I'm not quite too sure what they're doing with this boy on as a Klingon. I don't know. But you finally get to hear what happened to the Klingons, which is crazy to me that they would be like a lost civilization and a kind of a lost tribe now. And Starfleet, that's a problem for me for Star Trek as a whole. As why would you have the historic main adversary of the Federation now be reduced to a lost tribe one? See, it's just more. This is Paramount. You know, I got a problem with how they present things about Black characters. It's a problem. It's a constant problem with Paramount CBS. But I'll get off that. But I think that this was a strong episode and talking about self-determination. And also maybe a little parallel with LGBTQ. I think that I just can't see. I guess she's called a lanternite or something. I don't know what that is yet. If it's just some humanoid who has a long lifespan, I don't know. I don't like her character too much. But I tell you, who was
Guinan and Carol Kane's character. They're all
Guinan. She's a Guinan. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's
really
even more weird.
Okay.
That's even more weird. Sure. It's
okay.
even more weird.
Wow.
But I Okay, we'll look it up. But I think it had one of the best lines of the series so far when her old Klingon boyfriend said to her, time has had a light touch with you. I was like, that's the coldest compliment you could give a mature woman. That was awesome. Take notes, dudes out there. But I thought it was well acted and it made sense. And I thought a Klingon Master Debater was pretty cool. Pat, what'd you think? Y'all didn't get that joke, but
oh, I did.
I did. I'm not going to touch that joke.
Yeah, sure.
So here's the thing I would say. Best episode yet, for sure.
Yeah.
As far as it felt like a much more traditional Star Trek. You didn't see any of the kind of goofiness you kind of saw in some of the first ones, or the really kind of making it dumbed down to a teenage level. It felt like this was well done. I mean, you're seeing the characters starting to grow. You're starting to get some of the things about the individual characters. You're seeing, the misfits becoming, more socially, adept in working with each other and at least solving their problems, talking about things. There's a lot of room to grow in this show. I can tell you there's so many characters they haven't really done much with yet, but there are obviously main characters. You're going to see this if they go a couple, 2 or 3 seasons with this could be a really great show. I mean, if you look, like I said, any of these ones we looked at, the other Star Treks when they first came out, when Next Gen came out, it was everybody's like, this isn't. Where's Kirk and what's all this? I got a Klingon. And then you get Voyager, you get Deep Space Nine. They're not even going anywhere. They're just sitting on a space station. Voyager was amazing. And thank God they brought the Doctor back because he was one of the most interesting characters out of it. And so good to see all this coming back. They all start a little soft because there's so much they have to build, and they're doing a great job at world building with this. So here we go. So I'm excited to see.
One more thing I thought was great was, did you notice the name of one of the ships at the end?
The Riker.
The Riker! And I was like, finally, the man who defeated the Borg the first time, he should have gotten an honor like that. So
as much as as many of those shows as he's directed too, you definitely it could have been the Frakes and would have been fine.
Yeah, you got to give him his flowers. There was quite a bit of
them.
honoring in the background though of some of the different characters. I think.
Yeah, you saw the Starfleet Academy. Admiral
James T. Kirk place. Yeah.
So, I mean,
this
was
cool.
Far and away the best episode of the 3. I think it really was stronger. And I had a problem with the resolution of the story at the end. I was like, this is, man, I mean, this does not in my mind really, it speaks to almost a patronizing way to treat the Klingons, and it also kind of, I think, unnecessarily makes the Federation look weak. But that was my initial thought. I said, well, wait a minute, let me go back. I watched an episode where Worf, pretended to be in charge of the Enterprise with the human crew and said, surrender. And so that was a little bit of a ruse, but it was a similar vein.
Yeah.
Somebody, a critic might say it was derivative, but there's been a little bit of that.
Yeah.
With this, but I thought it was a really strong episode. I thought about you guys because Pat, if I recall, I know you did debate either in high school and college or one of those.
High school, yeah.
And I did, debate in high school and then did some speech stuff in college. Yeah. So that was kind of a neat thing when I'm hearing affirmative and negative in the topics. That was it. I did enjoy it. I guess, man, I read later what people thought, and maybe I wasn't watching it close enough. I didn't get a homoerotic vibe
What? How could you not?
Whoa! I did. Yeah, between.
How could you not?
Maybe I went. Well, maybe I was just.
They all touching and close, and he's holding his chest, and they're breathing heavy.
Yeah,
I read later. I'm like, oh, I missed that.
My gaydar went right off. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I thought it was a dude.
And that's the aliens. Second person too. So I'm kind of like, oh, they're making him gay. I mean,
making something. But nonetheless, I thought it was. I didn't catch that. I just thought of one guy being, one guy stressed out and hurting, and another guy trying to show him some compassion. But I have to go back and watch it again to see if it's got that sense of Sparta. Well, they are in San Francisco, for goodness' sake.
I mean, oh, David, no.
Sparta was definitely a focus moment. Some people like oysters, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That legend.
That was such a wonderful way to walk around that whole question in that particular time period. And this, maybe based on just that guy being a real butthole through the first 2 or 3 episodes. I can't remember what species he was, but he, maybe he's just jacking with the Klingon, because
there's a lot of entendres here and innuendo tonight.
Double entendre. See, there's a lot. There was there was definitely some sexual tension, I would say, between those two. And whether it was the thing is, it's just starting, guys. There's so much room to go with all this stuff. I mean you didn't know Beverly Crusher and Picard were a thing, but there was always that low tension, but it built over the seasons. And that's where all this is going. I'm hopefully we'll see several seasons. I hope they do more Wonder Man too. Speaking of things, I hope they do more, because they really
know. I think it's one-off.
There's a lot of talent.
They left it on such a, no kidding, no pun intended, upward trajectory.
Yeah.
At the end, when so you got since this is apparently a very punny show today. I really hope they do another one of those. And Star Trek, they'll do 3 seasons of this. I bet you money. They got some big names. They had Holly Hunter in it. We had Paul Giamatti was in the first episode. You had Tatiana Maslany, who I suspect will be back through some point in this with to bring the mom back and cause some more drama. But I'm excited to see where they go. This is just it's getting its legs, and they're figuring out how to build these characters, and they'll have a lore before you know it.
Yeah, so I'm glad you guys forced me to stick with it, because I was like, no. So definitely hang in there. Oh, just one more thing I want to mention about the Jar Hadar, or whatever that creature's name is.
Jim Hadar.
Jim, truly outrageous. Okay, so the see, that was another joke. You guys just don't get things.
But sweet, the entendres are falling.
So I thought her talk with Jaden was a really strong, powerful moment.
That was good
for the show. That really kind of turned me around on this show. If you get more scenes like that, I'm in. So
I agree. I'm so glad you said that. And I know we're going a little long tonight, but my goodness, we saw that actress, all her character had done for 2 episodes is bark at people. And here we saw a thoughtful leader, a maternalistic figure in some way, some real character development. It is finding its legs. You got to give Star Trek a little bit of time to find itself. And it might still fail, but I think there's some real promise in this program.
And, I was also hoping at the end of it that she would punch him or something. That's more Klingon. Come on now. You got to have some kind of Klingon-y kind of stuff. So I'm hoping they're not remaking the Klingon Empire into some soft vanilla kind of thing. But I'm glad to see that this was a very strong episode. So we all agree, definitely check out, what is this, Vox Excelsior episode of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. All right. So next week we will watch, I can't wait, The Beauty. Oh my God, this show. Ryan Murphy is crazy. Definitely we'll check out, we're going to start our Oscar movies. And so we will watch F1 next week, and we'll come up with the next episode of Starfleet Academy.
All right.
We'll get to the Smashing Machine probably a little later on. That was on the schedule, but we will watch F1. I don't know how that got a nomination for Best Picture, but not director, not screenplay, but here we are. And David, say goodnight to the people.
Hey, everybody, try and stay warm wherever you are. We hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and let us know what you'd like us to talk about as we go forward. You never know what inane, odd, crazy, bad jokes and puns you're going to hear, at least from this guy. Maybe the other two will join in with some other bad jokes. Their jokes are usually good. But anyway, everybody have a great week.
Great. Patrick, say goodnight to the people.
Good night, everybody. I would also say I have several classes will tell you my jokes are not good. They are dad level at best. So just keep hoping, I guess. Maybe, tip your waitress. I'll be here all week. So there you go. Everybody stay warm no matter where you are.
All right. And thanks for everyone tuning in and commenting. We'd love to hear your comments and give us suggestions about what to watch next. And definitely each week we will be here to watch and let you know what you can watch. We'll see you next time. Take care. Oh, and by the way, our beloved Catherine O'Hara passed away yesterday. And so condolences to her and her family and all those who love Beetlejuice and Schitt's Creek and all of her great films. So definitely we lost a real one. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.